Princess Serena, not Princess Serena. And this was 100% not planned, but the stars aligned, or should I say, the sun aligned, because today I'm showing my Tangled the series pin collection. And I happened to cut my hair this week, just like Rapunzel at the end of the movie, but also at the end of the show, which is not a spoiler because you have Tangled Ever After where her hair is short and it takes place after this TV series. You know, it gets short somehow. But instead of getting darker, my hair got lighter. So without further ado, let's get into it. But before that, really quick, this video is sponsored by, no, we're going to cut to my past long-haired self opening a couple of Tangled the series pin mail. I got plenty more than these in the last couple weeks, but I needed to share you the excitement, especially this first one. It was my all-time grail. As soon as I ended the series and looked up the pins, I'm like, this is the one for me, and I was like screaming. So let's get into that, but if you want to skip that and just see the board as a whole, I will put timestamps in the description below as well. So let's get into it. I literally just ran back from my mailbox out of excitement because I got a very exciting package not too long ago. From the day I'm filming this, I posted an ISO video on my channel, and it's not directly because of that I found this grail, but honestly I'd like to think it's the vibes, like it sent the energy out. The pin gods gauged, okay, out of all of these ISOs, which one does she want the most? And they picked the right one. Oh my gosh, it says under like the description, Cassandra, Tangled the Serena. S-E-R, stop there. I share a little bit of the name of one of the best animated TV shows. All right, here we go. Here we are. I am so excited. Okay, I got this off of Etsy, and my pin friend, shout out, helped me find it. She was like, Serena, it's on Etsy. And I was like, what? Okay, I have to get it. I can't. Okay, here we are. Slowly unwrap the layers because Cassandra has so many layers to her character. And you see that through this pin. All right, are we ready? No. I'm gonna cry, I swear. Oh my gosh, this is literally perfect. Are you kidding me? Okay, so we have Cassandra, like, over here, like in this season she doesn't like look sad, but I really like that they did that because then, you know, as it progresses you kind of see that like she's not happy, you know, with where she is, she wants more, and it's kind of hinted at throughout the whole show. And you know, and then her trying to prove herself over and over again, like literally the lines in Ready as I'll Ever Be season 1 finale, mind you, before they even start really building up to this breaking point, like the end of season 2, prove they can trust me. That's like her line. And then she just seems so focused in like this one, because that's kind of when like she knew what she was gonna do. She went through that door of yesterday's tomorrows and saw the reality, and it kind of just pushed her over the edge. And wow, okay, wow. Oh, I loved it. I'm so happy. They didn't think they had any more left, but they did. Oh, it was meant to be. Tangled the Serena. And then we'll put it in my collection. I love the background too. Like it starts with light, like Corona, and then it gets darker and darker, and then she just works her way to the Dark Kingdom, and it's so good. It's oh, everything. She's looking back at her past selves too, like, yeah, I did this for us, kind of like, that's not me. I'm shedding the old part of myself, you know, I'm crossing the line and there's nothing left to lose, and that's it, you know. Chills. Such a great character. She's so likable and funny. Not funny, more like very witty, sarcastic, but then like you really feel for her, and it just makes everything so much more epic, like when the betrayal does happen, and it's just all captured in this pin perfectly. I honestly thought that this wasn't gonna even make my Tangled collection video, but it actually came a tiny bit earlier than even that, so I thought I would open it with y'all. I am so excited. It is from the Philippines, and I actually got it from the artists themselves. I took a shot in the dark, and I only saw the artwork of this pin like on their page, and I messaged them to say like if it was like a pin ever, and they actually answered me, and they're like, yeah, it was, and I have some left. And I was like, oh my god, and the price was right too. And this was around the time I got my friend really into Tangled the series, and she got more and more into pins. Hi Nikita, if you're watching, I know you're watching. And no, this isn't real. Stop. Okay. So I actually ordered a pin for her as well. Just to save on shipping, we sent it to me. Wow. Okay. I never got two of a pin at the same time before. This is cool. Look at this beauty. So it's DK Rapunzel when she's saying her incantation. Oh my gosh. The backer card is so cool. Her incantation. It's gorgeous how her hair is like flowing like it is in the show. And there's a healing incantation one as well, which I've seen people post on their boards, but I wasn't sure if this was ever made, but thank goodness it was, because obsessed. And apparently the hair glows in the dark too. So now I have a third Tangled the series pin that glows in the dark. Okay, so there's our business card. I actually ordered business cards for Princess Productions recently, so that will come in soon. I feel like I have no words in this video. My head, it's just very tangled in thought, you know? So yeah, this is the backer card. It's super cute with the corona. Oh my gosh, that's so clever. Stop. Okay, so this has the moon like in the sun, like the Tangled symbol. It has the little logo on the back too. I love that. And it's a limited edition of 50. And if you're wondering, this is not a Harry Potter shirt. It's actually a Universal shirt. Like it has a bunch of their properties. The back of this pin, like just the silhouette of it looks so cool, and you would never guess that this is Rapunzel. Honestly, you wouldn't even guess this is Rapunzel if you haven't seen the show. The incantation, I just noticed.
Wither and decay, endless destiny, break these earthly chains, set the spirits free.
Oh my gosh, so haunting. Oh, and I love her season 2 outfit as well. It's my favorite, so I'm glad that you could see like the full body of that as well, because it is season 2 where this first starts. And my friend Sophia just texted, haha, yes, yeah, she's waiting for pictures after this video, but y'all get the exclusive. I mean, technically she sees it first, but like you're seeing my live reaction here, which I did get Tangled pin mail and like another Tangled pin mail today as well, but I didn't film it because I am showing my Tangled the series pin board now. I'm gonna start with a pin that's actually technically not a Tangled the series pin at all. It's a series called Mirror Mirror, and this is Rapunzel's version, where basically the creator makes darker versions of all the princesses, but this one really works with Tangled the series just because it, dare I say, mirrors one of the episodes quite nicely here. You can't really tell on camera too much, but the moon is actually all sparkly, so it's a great touch. And this is a ginormous pin that I got for $12, so that was exciting. Moving along over here is my first cluster pin of Tangled of 5 characters, not 4, because you have wee little Pascal there. I just think the facial expressions on everyone is perfect. You got Varian being all awkward and maybe kind of intimidated by Cass over there. We got cheery Rapunzel in the middle, and Eugene's all cheerful, and then you have Cassandra literally hating everything. I'm obsessed. I think her design especially is stunning on this pin, just like the color of her hair and the moonstone on her chest and her side eyeing them, please. It is absolutely perfect. Then moving along over here, I'm not going to spend too long in this one because I have a whole video dedicated to this, but Everyone's a Little Evil, I think it's called, and I am obsessed. It has dark wraps and Varian and Cassandra, and it's just perfect. They're wrapped around with her hair. It is beautiful. And then the Grail of all grails, which I just spent a couple minutes showing you, and it's just 4 versions of her and kind of her evolution. It's called Cass's Evolution. And I'm looking forward to the Rapunzel one. I love the background. I love everything about this pin. I mean, you already know if you watched the beginning of this video. And then going down, I recently just traded for this pin, actually. Look how thick this is as well. Such great quality. All of these are, but dang, this one, just the video doesn't do it justice. And you have wee little Pascal in the middle of the Book of Hearts. And I'm not super into getting the coupley pins for this series because I'm way more into Rapunzel and Cassandra's relationship and their development individually as well, but I do like Eugene as a character, but for some reason I'm not after his pins too much. But I admit this one is gorgeous and I could not pass it up, and it's purple and I love purple. And then on the left you have the counterpart to that pin with her short brown hair. Panning down here, you actually have an official Tangled the series pin from Disney. I was shocked to find out they actually had this, and better yet, I was able to trade for this in Canada. I was a little apprehensive of this one because it kind of looks like she's staring into your soul. And then you have all of the flowers around it as if she painted them. And continuing the pattern of official pins, you got the purse, which I traded for, as well as this wee little Pascal with the lantern. I just thought it looked perfect. And then this Pascal is the second and only other official Disney pin that is within Tangled the series art style. And I just think it is so funny that Pascal is kind of diving into Cassandra literally with the rocks, like to his doom. No, he's up there trying to save her because he saves all their butts throughout the whole series. He is amazing. The real hero of the story. Am I right? And then if you go down here, this is my most recent acquisition I got earlier this week. This was during the season 2 finale before shit hit the fan. Oh my goodness. And you have Pascal there too in her hair. Oh, Pascal just makes all of the pins even better. Can you tell I'm a big Pascal fan? Of course, Cassandra's my favorite, but Pascal, easily a second. I'm kidding. I love all the characters, but I just think this one's so cute. And you could display however you want. There is really no right way. You could have either character face the front and I could change it if I feel like it. And then moving down here, you have Dark Rapunzel again, which I showed you in this video. It is stunning. I love the season 2 outfit. The wind is definitely in her hair there. And for those of y'all that don't know, that is the theme song, Wind in My Hair. Doesn't glow as much as my other pins do, but it is still so cool because it's the whole head of hair that glows. I actually recently unboxed a bunch of booster back pins that were a mystery to me, and I got Max in it, and I decided to keep him, and that video is actually going to be next week, so this one's filmed a little after because I wanted to wait until these two came. Then we got Queen for a Day I got from my pin friends. Oh my gosh, she was so kind and sent it along for me, and I love this episode. It's kind of where the whole show sort of took a turn and like had a darker direction, and you could kind of tell, okay, like there is going to be continuity in the show and an overarching theme, and the characters are actually going to like have consequences for their actions, and it's not so lighthearted, and it's an incredible episode. And what a time when I was binging it and I got to this. I was like, what is happening? And then we got one of the first ones I ever got with Cassandra and Rapunzel as Galinda and Elphaba. I just think the parallels between these four characters is astonishing. So this is the sun and moon section of my board, as I'd like to call it, and it is my favorite part, is these 5 pins that capture this section. So over here, I was so lucky to get this because it is completely sold out and the creator ended up ghosting everyone, but luckily someone had it for sale at a really good price, might I add, as well. And I did not know this glowed in the dark. I was freaking out. Like, I went to bed that night and I was like, wait, why is it glowing my board? What? Her earring glows, but then all of her hair glows, and the rocks are also sparkly. Like, this whole pin, so detailed and stunning. And I kind of love how it shows kind of more of season 3, not just with Cassandra, but with her eyes as well, because of the third cantation. This one, I mean, most of these are fantasy pins, but I'd say this is kind of a fantasy pin because this doesn't really articulate something that exactly happened. I mean, the Brotherhood's symbol has nothing to do with her, but it still has to do with the show, and she doesn't have a crown, but I thought it looked stunning, and the rocks glow in the dark, and it's beautiful. Like, this area just glows at night, and it is so cool, and these two especially glow so much. And there's a Rapunzel and Eugene one in this style as well, but this is the only one I wanted, and I got it on pre-sale as it was ending its production, so I kind of cheated a little and I didn't have to wait months and months. And her foot poking out, I don't know, it just makes it so much more dramatic and epic. And then over here is my first ever Tangled the series pin, which I did show you on this channel already, I believe in December. You have the sun and then the moon and the phases of the moon, and they're back to back because it's clearly they're best friends. And then Cassandra with the sword. I think this one is so creative. I'd like to think that this represents when she kind of walked out that door and knew what she was gonna do, but we didn't know for sure yet. Hence the sword and the blue hair kind of reflecting on the sword. And then this one is a light and dark situation, but just with Rapunzel herself this time, with DK and regular Rapunzel. And I especially love it because just the detail of the dead flower and the
flower that's alive, I think is a great touch.
Here's an overview of my Tangled the Series pin collection. I'm obsessed with how everything fits into each other, and there's exactly enough room for the 2 pre-sales that have yet to come. That's it for my Tangled the Series pin collection. I hope you enjoyed, and I'd love to know in the comments below what your favorite pin was. And if you haven't already, please subscribe for more pin related content from me every Tuesday. And I've linked all of the creators in the description below because a lot of them are actually still available. The show's finale actually aired 2 years ago today on March 1st, 2020. So we were exiting the kingdom of Krona, and now we're entering our own version of Krona. But it's okay, we will distract ourselves with the pins. Think of the beautiful gems. I even got my nails done today to match Tangled here, purple, you know? And like there even is a star here. I wish there was a sun and a moon, but close enough, you know, outer space. So as always, take care of yourselves and have a magical day. Bye.